So, hello everyone now. Shruti?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So, how are you people coming, marking your attendance nowadays?
Ma'am, Shruti is marking, na?
I don't know who is marking the attendance so that we can have, or else you can write your name in the chat box. Okay.
Screenshot.
Yeah, no, yeah, yes, you can send me the screenshots on my email, which I have shared with you on class group, or you can WhatsApp me also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So before we start with today's class, any doubts you people have regarding any other, apart from our subject, regarding your admissions and other thing? Okay. So if they are not there, we'll start with the presentation for today's class. Okay, before I share my screen with you people, I would like to know what we have started in the last week and what all you remember out of it.
Business letters.
Okay. Hope you have seen that video.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other, but we have started with some different topic. It was soft skills, I think. If you remember, we have started with the soft skills, and we discussed the difference between the hard skills and why do we need to study the soft skills also. And we discussed a couple of things in general about soft skills, if you remember some of the discussion of that. Okay. So today we'll start with, I thought of starting with a good soft skills so that you all will start practicing this. And I think this is what I stated in my last class also, that soft skills are not something to be learned only in the classroom or on the screen, but they need to be practiced. So let us start with today's presentation, one of the soft skills that I have selected here for today's class. And one thing that I thought that I have taken this PPT from SlideShare, and I thought that this particular PPT will be more effective in making you realize how and how to work on your soft skills. So without wasting much of time, let us start learning about this particular skill that I want you people to learn. Okay, can you all see that now? The screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the title of the screen now?
Positive attitude.
Okay. So why, okay, any idea that you people, what do you people understand by this positive attitude? That looking at the things positively. Looking at the things positively. Now here, can anyone tell me something that you feel is an example of positive attitude? Would anybody would like to share?
Which is full or half.
Yeah, that example I shared with you people, the glass is full or glass is half. Okay. So that is an example of positive attitude. Yes, I agree. Anything else that you experienced it as a positive attitude? Okay. Even that, for that matter, you can remember that story of the frogs that we shared in the last class. The frogs, you know, the story by Sudha Murthy. Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
yeah. So, and now we will have today's discussion. Like nowadays, in fact, if you understand the scenario, you will find many more positive things around you. Though we are inside the home because of this COVID-19, but there are various situations which has created opportunities for a large number of people. Yes, the other side of the coin is that it requires a lot of health care and medical facilities, but along with that it has a positive side also to this lockdown period. We will not say the positive side of COVID-19, but the lockdown has given, or it depends on the person who has taken or who has seen the scenario in what situation. So let us understand many more such things about positive attitude. But before that, I have a question, like when you go to the doctor, and nowadays if you see, what are the like people every day in newspaper you find, what are the symptoms that you will find if you are a positive patient of a COVID-19 or corona, what we call it as. Just a minute, I am in a class. Who is speaking? कौन बोलते हैं? So yeah, we were discussing yeah, the doctor or the newspaper, you will have the list of symptoms that if you are going to, or if you are a positive patient, this should be the symptoms. So what could be the symptoms of, or what could be the elements of that you can find in a person who is having a positive attitude? Like we have a positive symptoms of COVID-19, that this person is positive because he has got these many symptoms, or like these are the symptoms. So I'm asking you, what could be the elements, or what could be the difference in attitude that you will find that this shows that he is a person, or she is a lady, or she is a person with positive attitude? Can you tell me few examples?
Ma'am, thinking in different way.
Very good. Yeah, you need to be creative. Yeah, you have a creative mind. Yeah, thinking in a out of the box, or creative, or thinking in a different way. Anything else?
Handling the situation.
Very good. Yeah, one can handle the situation with calm and composed way, not getting
Patient.
yeah excited or getting carried away with the chaos, something like that. Okay, so handling
Reaction of the person.
pardon, I didn't get that.
Reaction of the person on that time.
Yeah, how do you react to that person is important. How do you react to that situation is important. Okay, now, so yeah, these are very good examples that you have given. Now we'll move on to the actual discussion of positive attitude. So yeah, now it is your attitude is a mental position relative to a way of thinking or being. That is, means your mental position. How do you look? How do you take it as? So there is a poet called John Milton, and John Milton says that it is your mind that makes hell or heaven. Now, it is your mind that makes hell or heaven. What does it mean? See, hell stands for all the negative things. Nobody wish to desire that I should land after my death in hell. Nobody wish, isn't it? But everybody says, yeah, if I do all those things or good things, I will land in a, maybe after my death, I will be in a heaven. So now the concept of hell and heaven, we do not know how do they exist, but we have understanding of these things, like heaven is for good deeds and hell is for bad deeds. So all those who have done good deeds, they will be rewarded with the heaven, and those who have done bad deeds, they will be sent to the hell. So this is what is thing. So positive and negative. So it is your mind that makes the positive or negative. Now, in what way it happens? Let us understand. Now, if you think you can, and you are right. If you think you can't, you are right again. Now here, let us understand this beauty of these two things. Yes, it is all a matter of attitude. So most of the things, now we all are now learning on this online platform. Last year, imagine we were in our class in the month of August or maybe September. Does anyone of us has thought of this sort of classroom in the next year?
No, ma'am.
We have not thought of it. But the reality is that today we are working with it, getting it. So here, initially when we have this situation, this problem, oh, how should we conduct the classes? And perhaps the whole world was, and you can see still on television also, there were two sectors who were in a very spotlight discussion. That was medical facilities and second was educational facilities, because we have never thought of such a big pandemic which will be as a calamity, we can say. And with that situation, how can we go ahead? But today, if you look around, the world has not stopped. It has, perhaps it is growing with a more high speed, but with a different nature in the growth. So there is nothing that you cannot do, or there is no such problem with which we cannot solve the problem, which we cannot have a solution. There is a problem and there is a solution, provided we should think in a positive way to solve the problem. So, and this, the solution lies in your attitude that yes, if I think, I can do that. If you remember that it's the famous book that I keep on quoting in my class, that is Shiv Khera. And what is the title of that book? You Can Win. Means you can win, means there is nobody who is born with winner or loser. It is up to you, how do you look at the situation. And if you plan yourself the way the winners plan their career or plan themselves, you also can win the situation. And then he famous that quotation that I must repeat, that winners don't do different things, they do things differently. And as somebody said in the beginning, that creative thinking. So you need to have the out of the box thinking to be a winner or to be the successful person, instead of looking and instead of stumbling with all those problems that you face. Okay, next. Now look at here. The positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. That is somewhere we have not thought of. Actually, I don't have that video with me, but I can narrate the incident. I had seen that video somewhere in one of the seminars. And that man was not having both the hands and both the legs. But that man could swim, that man can do all his daily activities on his own. So imagine, how is it possible? We think that, no, I can't do this because I have some, my hand, or there is some injury with my hand, or there is something wrong with my leg. And we keep giving reasons. But what, see, without hands and without legs, it's at most, what deformity we can say. But in spite of all those deformities, the person can do all his things on his own. So it is something unimaginable for a common man. But, winners always think, where the roads of all the common man has stopped. The thought process of common man has stopped. And they think beyond that. The second example, I read there was a girl, and I think who had met with injuries with her legs. And I think in a rail accident, it must be the story of some sportsman, but she could climb that, the whole, what is that, mountain. And she said, it was my dream and I could not stop without, achieving that dream. So what is important, that you should have something to chase, and unless you chase the dream, perhaps you may not reach where the people see it is invisible or intangible or it is impossible, you can make all those things possible with the determination and the uh, efforts that you are putting in to do that. Now, next is choose your attitude. Now it is up to you whether you want to become a loser or whether you want to become a winner. Now, your choice of attitude can decide the outcome of your life. Now, your choice of attitude, please understand these three words, your choice of attitude, that it is you who are going to decide whether you want to become a successful person or a person who is cribbing all the time with so many excuses. Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to come to the class, but there was so much of a poor connectivity in my area, so I could not join. Or because, okay, that is a technical issue. You can yes, nobody can solve it, but at least you can, the next class you can attend, or you can ask your friend what was the today's outcome of the class. But there's the necessity, or sorry, that need and that desire to learn should be there. And unless there is no desire, you will not feel to learn something. Now, why you remember that I let me tell you that story of the crow. uh, the crow, you must have studied this. I expect that you have learned this, or you have listened to that story somewhere in your childhood. You know that crow who picks up the small stones, and then he throws into that pot in order to get the water. So what is a simple thing, that the water is not reachable to that crow. The crow could not drink the water because this is deep inside the pot. But what he applied the different idea in order to get the water up. So he went on throwing the stones inside the water of that in that pot, and slowly the water came up and he could drink the water. So had the crow said, no, I could not drink this water because the level of the water is so low that I cannot drink, he would have died there only. But instead of leaving all the efforts, he preferred to try and die. So, and ultimately the result is that he could drink the water. So you need to think differently if you want to grow in your field. Then positive attitude and positive thinking. Positive attitude helps to cope more easily with the daily affairs of life, and it brings optimism into your life and makes it easier to avoid worry and negative thinking. Now, you must have seen, and here I remember of that famous advertisement where I don't know that advertisement means what that boy is eating, something Cadbury's or Perk or something he's eating. But there is an old woman who is sitting on a bench, and she wants the boy to remove that something upper. Will you remove that? And the boy says, yes, I will do that. But meanwhile, he eats that Cadbury or chocolate something. And the moment she gets up, that something is there on the head that falls down, and she's saved. Now, if some other lady would have been there, she would have said, no, why this boy is not listening to me and he is disobedient, etc. But instead of that, the boy went on eating that Cadbury, and meanwhile she could save herself from that disaster. So that is a positive attitude, that sometimes you need to have uh, understanding of the situation with a very positively. Then you have that kuch daag अच्छे होते हैं, that advertisement, so that will bring the creativity from that child, Surf Excel or something. Now when that child can play and he can become a good person, it is better to let the mud be on his face, on his clothes, but he will be a good person in that's why the advertisement sends with kuch daag अच्छे होते हैं, something like that. So it is all about positive way of thinking or looking at the situation. Now, if you are mainly positive, you will focus on good things. This is very important. You will focus on good things, happy thoughts, and successful outcomes. See, this is the sign that I have read it somewhere. that the loser always looks for the faults that are with that system, or what are the problems, what are the system, and the winner always finds how can I overcome that situation and how can I find the solution to that system. So they always, so the thing is that the winners always look for the solution, the problem solution, and good things out of it. In Marathi, there is a good saying that Sundara te vechave. That is, whatever is beautiful around you, that you should learn. And it should not be like that, I am a higher authority person, why should I learn from a peon, or why should I learn from a student, why should I learn from a person who has got a very low status in the society. So that attitude should not be there. You should be open to all the things that comes your way. And there is no point, there is no saying, you cannot say that I am a high profiled person, so why should I learn from others. There every, remember, God has gifted every individual with some or the other new thing, which is his own, you can call as individuality. So you respect the individuality, and you should be open to newness, you should be open to the changes, you should open to the challenges, and that will make you a different person. Remember all those, this reminds me that quotation, you should give wings to your fire. That, you know, everybody has some or the other thing within, with person. It is only the desire to find out that hidden talent in you. And hidden talent, which Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam says that we all are blessed with some or the other fire in us, that is spark in us, and we have to find out that spark, or we have to find out that fire in that. And only the thing is that we have to give wings to that fire, that you have to maximize your efforts in getting and achieving what you have planned to in your career or in your life. And remember, positive attitude does not is not only useful in your career, but it is useful in the whole life of a person. So if you are mainly negative, you will be focusing on bad things. Remember, you will be focusing on bad things and sad thoughts, unsuccessful outcomes, and act and behave negatively too. So let's take an example. Why people all the time count other movies? Like let's see. A person has, see, this is the difference, I'll tell you. And the tone will decide whether I am positive and whether I am negative. Okay. Please listen to this sentence very carefully. Oh, I have got 10 friends who can take care of me. I have
Positive.
and I have only 10 friends. So which is one most positive one?
First one.
Yeah, the first one, because I am very hopeful that my friends will take care of me. So I have 10 friends who can take care of me. But if someone says I have only 10 friends, how will they help me? So this attitude, this tone also matters, that how do you look at the situation. So negative people have always focused on bad things, and you will see there are people around you. Nowadays there is a lot of discussion going on this media. This corona is spreading so fast. Yes, we should be careful about this. And people are dying, but all those statistics leads somewhere towards the negativity. And now even the doctors are also saying nowadays that please do not watch television, of at least for those news, because it leads more and more to the hypertension, negativity, sad thoughts, and ultimately the leading to the people are committing suicides also. So it is better not to concentrate on the sad things. Yeah, but you should concentrate on the positive things. And one important thing I would like to share here. When you think, how do you start with positive or negative? See, if you want, yeah, this slide, this will help me in this. Yeah, start the day with love. You know this. That is the way you develop positive way. So the start your day with love. Spend the day with love. Fill the day with love, and end the day with love. Now I'll just install, maybe, yeah, you will say, ma'am, what are you asking us? In our life, there are many, in every day, there are many situations come where we cannot be, where we cannot be fair. We cannot be good to the other people, because there are moments when we get angry with. And how can we spread the love around us? No, it is not like that. I would say you have to listen to the situation first, and you have to try to analyze the situation. And you have to think what exactly has happened if I do not react to this situation, or what will happen if I do not do it. And looking at the larger context, you can decide whether I have to react violently, harshly, rudely, or patiently. You all can practice it. We all can practice it. And it, of course, as I said, it should be practiced. It should not be like one day you will learn and you will become forever like that. No, it is a continuous process. And this reminds me two things, yeah, and which I should practice. I'll share with you. When I was like, start the day with love, or and then few more things I'll share. When I was in of your age, and every Sunday we used to have our class tuition at around 10 of something like 9:30 or something. And my friends used to come to my place, and then we four of us used to go for the tuition. But that was a time, maybe you people, I don't know whether you people watch it or you know about it, but there used to be a program, still it is there. There's a program called Rangoli, and that used to come on Delhi Doordarshan. So the time of that class comes, so I used to listen to this, means when we used to listen to that song. So all my friends, they, when they join me, I start singing. I used to sing that song. And then my friend asked me, oh, did you listen to that song now? I said, yes. Yeah, that was the last, that was the song that I could listen lastly, because we had to rush for the class. Yeah, then she used to come up with the saying, no, this was not the song that was played on the TV when I started from my home. And then she said, this was the another song that I listened. And then we used to discuss. But there was one important sentence she said, that whatever we listen at the last moment, we remember it for a longer time. Whatever is the last sentence that we listen it for a longer time. And I remember, I realize, yeah, whatever she said, it is very much true. And how it is true, that if you and you practice this, if you I'm sure you watch the television, and this is what I also practice, that I do not end my television whenever I whenever I end watching the television. I do not, at least before I go to bed, that I make sure that I switch off my television with a positive news that is there on the television. And you need not have to look for at least one channel. You can have many more channels you can look for, and you should always end up your television with the positive things, so that you will remember it. If you switch off your television with something bad news or some other news which are not very happy, perhaps that will keep recurring to you. So it is better you always start your day with some positive thing, and that positive thing will give you towards the whole day. It will make you happy, at least, if not happy, but at least satisfied and content. And you will look at the person with positive. Now, how you can also, some people have that habit of saying prayer. If not saying, you can listen to a song, listen to a positive thought, at least at the day, when the day dawns. And in our school used to, now gone are the days, I know, the whole thing is uh, the school board used to have that suvichar, what you can say, quotation, a positive quotation, and then we used to read it, so that at least some new thought will come to our mind. Now, if not school, you can start your this thing. You can have that quotation on your screen of your mobile. That will make you happy, or some positive motivational thought. But people, this is something very irritating now. People send good morning messages and good night messages without having a very good message in it. So that is very, that one should avoid. So I hope you understood that you should start your day with a positive thought, spend your day as possible, as much you can have good thoughts and good people and good company around you. Better avoid negativity or negative people. Then fill the day with love. Yeah, you can. If not, if you feel happy, you will feel others also happy. And I think I don't know whether you remember that example. That will take too much of time, but that is that if you make someone happy, the other people will make also other people happy. Like that, which is that movie Jai Ho, that instead of saying thank you, you make people others three people's life happier. So you can practice your own ideology for making your life happy. And as I said, ending the day with love. So it may not be with love, but at least with positive, or you may have to look for all, or you can throughout the day, what all good things happened, you can think of all those good things that has happened in the day. So this is how you can do that. Now, benefits of positive attitude. Now, what are that? It helps achieving goals and attaining success. Then success achieved faster and more easily. So here, why it achieved faster and more easily? Because you know, I can do it. I have decided it and I will do it. That is, who is, yeah, again, I must quote Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He says that you should dream, but dream should not be in the sleep that will make allow you to sleep forever. But your dream should that they will make you awaken from the sleep, and you will work work towards your success. So make sure you strive, you struggle a lot for achieving success. And of course, if you get successful at one point of time, you will become happy. And of course, if you are happy, you will be more energized person. And this happiness and this energy you will spread, I'm sure you will spread among the people who are around you. You know that song, आज मैं ऊपर आसमान नीचे. So that shows that you are happiness, full of energy. So that you should keep as a and it will automatically be there if you are strong as a from the inner personality as such. Then greater inner power and strength. So here that quotation applies, greater inner power and strength. That मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके पैरों में नहीं हौसलों में उड़ान होती है. So that is what you should always think of positive things and boost yourself that yes, I can do it. The ability to inspire and motivate yourself and others. Here, this is really very important. See, now the ability to inspire and motivate yourself and others. Now here, one person, if he's motivated, he can make happiness, he can spread the happiness around 10 people. But if one person is sad, there are greater chances that that sadness will be spread to all the people. And that's why they say that you should always share your happiness with the people and sadness with only you. Because what happens, it creates some sort of sadness and sorrow and disappointment around you. So you should have that ability to inspire and motivate and yourself and to other people. Then fewer difficulties encountered along the way. Yeah. So if you have that, yes, I want to overcome the situation, I am ready to overcome any barrier that comes my way. Then the ability to surmount any, that is to cross the difficulty. Life smiles at you, people respect you. These are the two different two advantages of being a positive things. That it is not that life means actually starts like smiles at it. It is an attitude that I am testing this person so many times, I am making the person's road so difficult, but this person is not getting bogged down with those difficulties. Every time this person comes with a new solution to the problem. And so and once the people realize that yes, you have come up with with a strong personality in spite of having so many difficulties in your life, you have come out as a successful person, and obviously the people will respect you. So you have to and that's why they say that respect is something that is not to be demanded, it should be commanded. And what commands the respect? It is your deeds, it is your actions, it is your reactions to the various situations that tells the people that what sort of person you are, and that will bring the success to you. Okay, now these are the things that in which how we can change our we can bring the change in ourselves. So what are the three things that we should inculcate in us, or we should think of, that whether my thinking process is positive or negative? Is my body language positive or my body language negative? Do I think so much of about the things which are directly not related to me? If then I should better forgive those, I should forget those things. I should better delete all those unhappy moments from my life, so that I can get more positive. You know, in your computer, or in your on your screen of your laptop, there is a what bean, that is a dustbin. So you have to clear that dustbin, so that the more it will not save more unwanted things. So you have to clear. In our house also there is a dustbin. If we keep all the dirt in the house, it will start stinking. So it is better we should throw it off. Similarly, if we have bad thoughts, if we have negative thoughts, we should better throw them out. Okay. Then behavior. So your thinking reflects in your behavior. The way you think, you behave. And as I said, body language reads your mind. The way you walk, it tells the person is confident or not, or it tells, thinking, then it reflects through your attitude. How do you look at the arrow? The attitude. So your attitude shows the way you look at the situation, whether you have winning attitude, whether you have losing attitude, whether you have easily giving up attitude. No. So do not give up, but try to find out the solution of the problem. And then of course, if you are a good if you have a well thought person, if you are a well attitude, if your attitude is good, then of course it reflects in your behavior. Imagine all those celebrities, when they walk, when they talk, why do you get magnified? Why do you get impressed? Because they have developed their own thinking process, they have developed their own attitude, and they have reflected through that their behavior. Okay, I think I have covered this much. Okay. There's only 1 minute has left out. We'll discuss rest of the points tomorrow in our class. But see, as I said, that if you give up, then the battle stops there. So when we say that no, failure is when you accept it. Please listen to this sentence. Failure is when you accept it. But as long as you are not accepting failure, you are not going to be the unsuccessful person. So make sure, and here it reminds me that sentence, and our class began with the creativity, the differentness. And so there's a poet called Robert Frost who says that two roads diverged and I took the less traveled by. And that has